Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video I pulled this clip from my live stream, so the video quality is not the greatest. And then here we're going up against Bastion versus Lucario. It's a terrible matchup for me, so I want to switch as soon as possible. I had a little trouble switching there, and then when people switch, it's very important to switch as soon as possible. And then they switch to Altaria, very common pairing, Lucario and Altaria, because Altaria basically covers all of Lucario's weaknesses. And then so we're looking at here, and our objective is to hit this second Dragon Claw before the Sky Attack comes. So we're successful in that, and we burn a shield, which is burning the shield is super important. Obviously, if they didn't burn the shield there, then I might shield here and try to go for another Dragon Claw. But I want to burn the shield because what I'm going to do next is I know that this Altaria is locked in, right? I know that it has to stay here, and that I'm going to be able to farm energy. Dragon Breath, Dragon Pulse, Sky Attack, they're all going to do not very much damage to Bastion due to it being a tank. And then as well, here I'm going to wait at the switch clock. You'll notice the switch clock hasn't happened yet, because what would have happened if I didn't wait at the switch clock is that he could have came in with Lucario right away, hit the flamethrower, and I'm kind of locked in, and my Bastion will faint very quickly, very few counters, and I won't be able to switch out in time. And I want to be able to switch out right away. And the reason why I want to be able to switch out right away is I want to preserve my shield. Power Punch is not a very high damage move. It's a very low base damage move. So if it's not super effective, it's not going to do a lot of damage. So he switches to Steelix. And at this point in time, I'm like thinking I'm a little bit of trouble right here. Because, yeah, this Aqua Tail is going to be super effective. But Steelix is a tank. And then as well, Steelix generally walls Bastion, right? And then I have to deal with Lucario at then. Here I decide not to shield because I want to be able to farm energy on my Bastion, because I realize he has no shields left. It's going to just take one flamethrower to feint him. But at this point in time, I'm thinking like, oh man, like if I just, try to fast move this Steelix down, it's actually probably going to beat me. So what I do here, I actually learned the strategy from Elite Four TV, and I actually do less than three rings to do less damage, and then I want to farm up the perfect amount of energy here, so that way I can hit a flamethrower feint the Steelix and hit a flamethrower as soon as possible. So here I feint it, and then I hit a flamethrower right away, feint the Lucario. So I came from like a very having a worse lineup going in is obviously very disadvantageous. And very challenging, but I was able to deploy some strategies there, allow us to be effective. So let's watch it again one more time, and then hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. Obviously my switch should have been better at the beginning. This is again terrible matchup. You want to get out of there as soon as possible because your Bastion's going to be valuable later on potentially. So they're going to switch to Altaria here, and the thing here with Altaria is that you want to be able to either do a lot of damage with Dragon Claws, which is one objective. So if they don't shield, okay, that's fine too. And if they do shield here, that's good as well. Obviously, you're going to employ slightly different strategies here. So for example, if I'm like pretty close to, I don't know if I would have got it off. Probably not. If they didn't shield, then I might have came with Dragonair and then try to do that matchup. But because they did shield here, I'm just gonna farm energy from this Altaria, because this Altaria is not gonna do very much damage to me. Okay, so I'm not gonna shield there. You want to be able to preserve your shield as much as possible. Again, waiting out the switch clock so that way I can switch as soon as possible. Okay, switch clock is done. I'm gonna hit the flamethrower, and as soon as they come in, flamethrower, and then I want to switch to Dragonair as soon as possible in between these charge moves basically, and then I don't have to shield here, versus if I stayed there I would have had to shield, and then my Dragonair would have had a little bit more health and maybe potentially get off 2 Aqua Tails, but then I'm still in a pretty big amount of trouble here. So I'm going to hit the Aqua Tail here. That's great. Do a decent amount of damage here, and then with Dragon Breath do a decent amount of damage, and then they're gonna feint me here, and I'm not gonna shield. And then I go to my go to my Bastion. I'm like, okay, all I need to do is hit this Lucario with one flamethrower. That's all I need to do. But then here, flamethrower is 55 energy. You can't actually bank 2 flamethrowers. So here I decide, okay, you know what? This Steelix is a huge tang. I'm not going to feint it with. If I would have 3 bars, I would have feinted it here. So I am going to do a little bit less damage and then just farm this energy. You see like how many turns it takes to I think it's like 7 smackdowns which is 14 turns to get off this flamethrower. And then we're gonna hit this flamethrower coming in, and then we win the match. So there's some advanced PvP strategies that hopefully you guys can take away. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video for anyone that you think would be interested, and I will see everyone in the next video.